previous things. About demons with unusual powers. Do you know anything about them? She thinks for a long while before answering hesitantly. Back in Alushinra, there were rumors about terrible experiments that Baphomet and Daskari performed on their troops to make them stronger. Here on the material plane, these rumors were embellished with lots of details. Some say the demons undergo rituals acquired from Zonkuthon. Others say they feed on the blood of angels or Klipoths or demon lords. Still others say there are no experiments and Baphomet is just bringing back fighters from the future, a future in which the demons have already taken all of Galarian. Is there a grain of truth to any of these ramblings? There's no way to know. Naturally, none of these rumors give any indication of where these demons come from. I'm sorry, I can't help. The only thing that's clear is that the lowly fighters are in the army of the Abyss are as puzzled by this as we are. What do you think of the powers I gave you? It's a great temptation. I don't know if I should be trusted with such power. I certainly wouldn't trust myself with it. When you have so much power, it's easy to decide you're a god and the mortals are your toys. Perhaps I should wait until after we defeat the forces of the Abyss. But that's precisely what these powers are for. She thinks for a moment and speaks softly. You take a great risk. I'm not sure I can handle the temptation. It's hard enough as it is. Wait, what? I saw you disappearing in a kaleidoscope of butterflies. What was that? Desna protects me. Whenever something threatens my life, she teleports me away from the danger. Oh, I never even noticed that happen. So yeah, she has a passive buff that if she's about to die, she's teleported away in a cloud of butterflies. Like the goddess grabs her and swoops her out of there. I think Lindsay in Kingmaker had a magic ring that did the same thing. She would just like pop out. Or somebody did in Kingmaker. I think it was Lindsay. And it was basically like, I think it's basically she's an important character. And the game can't have her die, or it won't be able to finish the story. So I think that's the plot device. Whenever something threatens my life, she teleports me away from the danger. I guess the goddess does not want me to die before I fully redeem myself. I do not deserve her kindness. Oh god, what is this? May I ask you a personal question? The kind of question a mortal might ask a succubus? You want to talk about sex? Family friendly. Arushale looks you in the eye. Ask me anything. I'll not keep secrets from you, but don't expect to hear anything lighthearted or pleasant. It's almost midnight. I think we're safe. Let's just go down the list. The kiss of a succubus is deadly, is it? Oh, this is true. Chat, short story for you. Short story for you. Okay, so if you're macking with a succubus, and the succubus can choose to basically use their power or not. And if they use it in, I think, normal Pathfinder, or there's a, I think it's a will save to notice what's happening. If you don't notice, your level drains every round. And if your level gets down to 0, you just die. Your heart stops beating. So there was a... I was playing Pathfinder one night with some guys from my work. I was the DM. And there was a scene where they saved this lady, and they're in this dungeon. The whole place is like just ratty. And there's this one room, and it's like this room is untouched by time. Like, it looks perfect. And there's a woman in there, and she's trapped, and she can't get out. And they let her out. And the whole thing is I am misleading them to think that that room is in like a temporal pocket. Like that room, she's been in there for like 80 years, but to her it's been like a day, okay? The truth is, that was the lie. The truth is, it was a succubus. She heard them coming and quickly made herself look like a mortal, and the room was clean because she's been trapped in there for 80 years and she's kept it clean. So they rescue her. None of them realize she's a demon, and one of them starts putting moves on her, which is really awkward because I have to roleplay the succubus lady as this guy is basically flirting with me. This guy is my boss, by the way, who's at the table. And I'm just like, oh yeah, she's into it. Oh yeah, she thinks you're hot. Like, I'm giving the most vague descriptions of what's happening because I am so not wanting to do this. So he ends up, and he's like, I try to make out with her, and they're like, all right, we're gonna go ahead and keep scouting. And I'm like, she is surprised at first, but then she reciprocates. And that's all I say. I'm trying to be vague because this is super weird. And he's like, they're macking, and the party moves on ahead. So the party left him behind, and his level's getting drained every 6 seconds. So, and he was a fighter, so his willpower was dumpster. So, like, at first, like the first round, I didn't level drain him because I was afraid he would notice. And then, like, yeah, they go ahead, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna go to get a snack. I keep making out. And I was just like, I'm the only guy at the table who's like, this guy's about to get a new pen and paper. Like, his character's about to get deleted. And we ended up having to break for the night soon after that. And then it was soon after that we stopped playing that campaign because some people changed jobs and we had a different group. And he's like, oh man, I wish we had gotten to finish that campaign. I'm like, oh man, you were dead. And they're like, what? And he's like, wait, no, last time we played, I was making out with this lady. I'm like, yeah, she was a succubus. And every second you were kissing her, you were losing a level because you kept failing a will save and you never realized what was happening. And you went all the way down to 0 and your circulatory system just stopped. And he's like, what? And even though it was pretend and it was like weeks ago and we were never going to play again, he was so pissed off. He was so pissed off that I wronged him. Like, that it wasn't just a human woman that wanted his luscious lips. And how dare I? How dare I? And everyone else is like, oh, geez, we just left him with that. So yeah, because of that whole thing, I actually know this. The kiss of a succubus is deadly, isn't it? Not just the kiss, any caress of any kind will suck the life from mortals, and there's nothing I can do about it. Oh, in pen and paper, they can choose to have it off or on if they need to, stay hidden. Originally touches her lips ever so slightly. For mortals, tenderness is tenderness and violence is violence, but I don't know what it's like to kiss and not inflict pain. I hope my observations of mortals will help me understand. Young lovers, old spouses, even what mortals condemn as promiscuity, to me it all looks like something amazingly human. A drop of vital energy is a small price to pay for your kiss. Don't joke like that. For me, it's not a joke at all. I'm not joking. I can easily, we're gonna be a thirsty horde boy. I can easily spare a bit of vital essence for the sake of a kiss. Her cheeks blush faintly, her lips open a little, and she wets them with the tip of her tongue. Sighing deeply, she answers with her apparent effort. I never want to feel such pleasure again, not with anyone ever. If I kiss anyone, I want to be sure that the kiss brings us both pleasure, not pain. Her voice grows soft and you barely hear her words. I should like to kiss someone again, but only as a mortal, not as a demon. I wonder if she's gonna, lose her demonic abilities at some point. Wait, you mean you don't just watch people during the day out on the street? Well, I never touch anyone, I never harm anyone, I just watch and listen. Is that bad? Chaotic. No, it's not bad, just don't get caught. I can promise you that. Succubus smiles. And this is a great segue into what's schmicks between demons like? Everything demons do is sort of cannibalism. Oh god. Each devours mortals and other demons in their own way. Some enjoy literally tearing off pieces of flesh with their teeth. Oh, that's not just a demon thing. We're all into that. Others like to subdue and turn their prey into slaves and living tools. Living tools. All right, so I'm thinking of the Flintstones when he's mowing the lawn with a lizard. Some feed off others' humiliation. It comes in different forms, but the essence is always the same. Another being is an object to be used for your own pleasure. Or lawn mowing. Demon sex doesn't differ from any other type of violence. In my former life, it was something I did to others or others did to me. Only one person ever received pleasure, but not the other. Do you still feel desire? Urushalay keeps a long silence as she searches for the right words. You see, on the one hand, my succubus nature remains with me. I feel the desire I feel is the desire I feel is the one from my old life. When I look at any mortal, I immediately imagine how she looks away. But that desire is not what mortals feel. When you like someone, you don't ponder how good it would feel to drink their soul, do you? What if I said yes? You think about how good it would feel to be together. Together, you see, you know how to want someone and at the same time not want to destroy them. For me, it's always one and the same. Sure despair rings in her voice. I'm not even talking about love, just the common mutual affection of mortals when they're not poisoned with violence. Now I know that I've never felt it, it's hard to imagine how it's even possible. Thank you for being open. She nods without saying a word. Okay. Alright. And then we need to talk to CR. Looks like getting the goth girlfriend chat might be a bit harder than we thought. Apparently if we try the promiscuous art of hand-holding, I might die.
That is not far.
Where was CR? There he is. Yeah, it's like Rogue from the X-Men. The old Crusader looks anxious and disoriented. Has something happened? Hand over Morveg's talisman. Morveg's dead. The color drains from CR's face. He takes the straw figure with his shaking fingers. His mouth twists unpleasantly as if the old man is about to start sobbing. The Crusader's hoarse promise immediately and merciless reprisal. You killed him? Oh my god. So I'm 4 away from success here. Or I'm 4 away from success here. Alright, diplomacy. Stop. It's more complicated than you think. You success. He looks at you with horror. The old man drops to his knees slowly and awkwardly with apparent difficulty. My boy, but how? What happened? Morveg went to get a sword dedicated to the god Gorum. He was gravely wounded. I found him and tried to help, but the relic's power had already consumed him. Shiar's eyes show nothing but weariness. You wanted to help him. Poor boy, I was afraid of this. The war tainted his soul with darkness the moment he was born. It doomed him to death before he could even walk. I warned him, but what are an old man's warnings worth? The sword, that damned weapon of Gorum. Where is it? Do you have it? It must be destroyed. The war devours our souls, and Gorum, its lord, watches over it all with indifference. I truly do not need this sword. So I'm gonna make this guy happy and let him break it. Here you go. Destroy it. You've done the right thing, the honorable thing. No one will ever fall victim to it again. No one will suffer poor Morveg's fate. Damn this war. I was wrong about you. You have darkness in your soul, but so did Morveg. All of us do. But you realize how dangerous it is. Accept my apologies. I'm an old fool who did not recognize you as our salvation. Please accept the troops of the Everbright Crusaders under your command. Nice. No more who's in charge, whose order should I listen to nonsense. Alright. That is good for the war effort. Okay, so I think that was all of the things I needed to do in the town. Let's head over here. Talk about tact. Here's your son's amulet. He's dead. No other words. Just walk straight up and plop that amulet in his open hands. I mean, I'm starting to look like a lich. I might as well play the part. Muck chat, how do I remove Arc DPS from my Guild Wars 2 to run the new patch? Red, if you installed Arc DPS with the... Sorry, what is it called? The Guild Wars 2 add-on manager? In the add-on manager, there's a button to just reset to clean install, and it'll remove everything. That's how I did it. If you did it in a way other than that, I can't tell it to you nearly as easily. If I bring him, do I have someone who can pick lock? No, I don't. So he would replace Shulk or Noxie. She does a lot of buffs, and she just hits really hard. I guess we'll do what we did with... Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god, I almost deleted her from the game. Oh my god, the custom characters that you make have a get rid of forever button. I was just trying to move her over. Holy crap. Okay, there we go. So, hopefully he'll do some DPS like Shulk did. Probably won't do nearly as much. Alright, we're gonna bring Mr. Pompous. Well, both of them. And we'll get them prepared for the next mission. I gotta ask the people of Dresden about their dreams. Oh, there's a prisoner here. It's the prisoner for the skulls thing. Ooh. What are all these? Can I merge any of these? Yes, nice. Okay. That gets rid of one of those armies. Alright, where was I going? I was here and I was going south. I came back over this way because of that demon army. Alright, let's take this guy. Let's just take him straight to where we need to have him. And then, oh, what is this? And then, if he's good, we might take him on other missions. Formula Logistics Council is complete, and the fate of the Altar of the First Retriever is complete. An army of thieves. A large group of suspicious individuals has arrived at the gates of Dresden. They wish to join the crusade. Officers recognize a number of thieves and murderers among their ranks, and it seems that the newcomers are only interested in spoils of war. Should they be accepted? Gain 6 rogues and bandits. Gain diplomacy by sending them away. Arrest them to gain 14 convicts and lawful. Raise the criminals as undead. Oh my god, what? What? Gain 6 skeletal champions and 8 skeleton sharpshooters. Accept and take care of them. Raising Heroes Decree. 6 paladins and 8 marksmen. Death redeems all. I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble for that one. So far, I've purely been a recycler. I haven't been actively murdering people just to make skeletons. I feel like it'd be more in line... Well, I don't know. If I send them away, they might go out robbing and thieving other people, right? That's what I should tell myself to sleep with the decision of this. You didn't murder them, they fell into the swords. Oh my god. Oh, doctor, were you shot robbing a bank? No, I fell on a bullet, and it rocketed through my chest. Raise them as undead. The necromancers will grant death to the criminals and raise them as obedient corpses. Then, they will once again be clear before the law. Oh my god. The fate of the Altar of the First Retriever. What do you want to turn this into? Padded armor or a shirt? A shirt. Rank up. Logistics reform. 1 day. Every piece of land that the Crusader sees from demons puts additional load on the logistics and supply channels connecting the Crusade's troops. In order to maintain this tight network, experienced officers are required to implement reforms to logistic process. And strengthening diplomatic connections. Financing a crusade is a costly business, and the Diplomatic Council has come up with new tricks to preserve the friendship of countries and nobility sponsoring the commander's army. Okay. Oh wait, I just got the undead army, right? Wait, no I didn't. What? Why didn't I get the new... What? I'm confused. Oh, maybe I have to wait for the event to finish or something. Like, what is going on? Okay. Let's just evade. I don't know how good my party is right now. Let's just do skip 1 day so all this stuff finishes. Alright, death redeems all. Here we go. You can only depend on miscreants after they become undead. Really, let's see. Swords of Gorum. Lost Scouts. Scouts cannot work out how the demon army picks its way through advanced units to not be able to suddenly attack the Crusader forces. Recently, another suspicious incident took place. Some scouts did not return from their mission to explore the territory to the south of Dresden. More thorough reconnaissance of the region is needed. Probably the source of the demon apparition is in there somewhere. Okay, yeah, work on that. What are my resources like right now? Oh, yeah, that's fine. All right, sure. Enchant that thing. Okay, there we go. Demon army advancing. All right, tapping quick save. I am going to rest before we go in there. What is this dude good at? He's plus 11 for protective rituals. He's bad at that. He's bad at night watch. He's bad at that. All right, let's put him there. And put her... Wait, no. Like that. What's this? A butterfly? How did it get here? Could it be? Is the goddess watching over me? Maybe it's just a butterfly. I just had a thought. What if you're flirting with her and you're like, Arushale, can we go in your dream world? She's like, yeah, sure. And you go in there and you're like, in here, can we hold hands? She's like, oh, scandalous. She was Irish there for a second. Wow, PG stream. All right. Here we go. It is currently right on the dot at 12 o'clock.
You require my counsel.
We got Regil here. Oh, there we go. 2 onslaughts per day. It says it right there. All right. I am going to save it here, chat, and we're going to pause here for the night. I am tired. I did do 2 streams today. I'm thinking about it now, and I streamed today for 9 hours total, and then I did YouTube stuff too. So I need some rest. I need some rest. So I am going to, let's see, where's the main menu? There we go, main menu. All right, with that, guys, pausing here for the evening.